Take a moment and let everything fall away. Let the noise of the past day soften. Let the plans for tomorrow drift into the distance. Take a slow, deep breath in and a gentle breath out. Now imagine yourself stepping into an ancient twilight forest. The sun has just touched the horizon, throwing long amber rays through the trees. The air is cool, carrying the scent of damp earth, fallen leaves, and the quiet promise of night. Here, time moves differently. Here, silence has its own voice. You walk along a barely visible path, and the branches of old towering trees arch above you, forming a living, breathing dome. Every step you take sinks slightly into the soft ground, and the forest around you feels endless. Watching, listening, waiting. Then, right at the heart of this sacred stillness, you see them. 3 guardians. 3 owls, perched on the same thick branch, motionless as carved statues. Yet each one looks directly at you, as if they have been waiting for you specifically. These aren't just birds, they are reflections. 3 aspects of wisdom. 3 mirrors of your own inner world. Don't rush. Don't try to judge or analyze. Don't ask yourself which one is prettier or correct. Let your heart decide. Let your gaze wander until it stops on one of them naturally. Which owl draws you in? Whose eyes reach deeper into your soul? In whose silence do you hear the answer you've been searching for? The first, the white owl, her feathers are the color of untouched snow beneath a winter moon. Her face forms a perfect heart, framing 2 vast, dark eyes that seem endless. There is no emotion in them, only pure clarity, cold as starlight from distant galaxies. She is the embodiment of truth, logic, and razor-sharp precision. She speaks nothing, yet her silence asks one question: what is truth? The second, the gray owl, her plumage is the color of ash and fog, covered in intricate patterns like ancient runes. On her head stand 2 small tufts of feathers, raised like sensitive antennas tuned to unseen worlds. Her eyes are 2 bright golden circles, fiery, intense, alive. Inside them dance sparks of inspiration and madness. She is the essence of creativity, mystery, and the vision to see what others cannot. Her silence whispers a challenge. Can you look beyond the boundary? The third, the brown owl. Her feathers carry warm, earthy tones, the color of bark, of moss, of autumn leaves. She appears soft, comforting, familiar. Her large amber eyes shine with deep understanding and compassion. There is no cold knowledge in her gaze, no blazing creative fire, only the soft, steady wisdom of the heart. Her silence feels like an embrace. It asks you, what do you truly feel? White, gray, or brown? Mind, imagination, or heart? Let the image settle. Allow your choice to take shape inside you. Soon, we will discover the story your choice wants to tell. If your eyes were drawn to the white owl, then your choice reflects the purest form of clarity. It reveals something essential about you. Your greatest power is your mind. You are someone who sees the world through structure, logic, cause, and effect. Where many people see chaos, you see patterns. Where others feel overwhelmed, you quietly begin to analyze. To you, life is not a random storm of events. It is a complex machine, one that can be understood, repaired, and improved. You trust facts. You trust evidence. You trust the clean, sharp lines of truth. And while emotions are present in your life, you often see them as noise, a kind of interference that can distort your clear perception of reality. You're the type of person who can walk into a messy problem and turn it into a clean blueprint. Step by step, piece by piece. People around you admire this more than you realize. When situations escalate and panic spreads, you remain steady, calm, focused. You're methodical, organized, and exceptionally good at identifying root causes, the invisible mechanisms behind every situation. This makes you detail-oriented, efficient, and reliable in ways that others depend on deeply. You wouldn't build a house without checking the foundation. You wouldn't make a decision without understanding its structure. Your life reflects that same mindset: measured, intentional, thoughtful. In relationships, you are a rock. A partner who brings stability, safety, and clarity to the people you care about. Your love does not express itself through dramatic gestures or poetic declarations. Your love expresses itself through action, solving problems, creating order, making life simpler and safer for those you love. You're the person who remembers when the bills are due. You're the person who plans the most efficient travel route using miles and timing everything just right. You're the person who shows up, who stays steady, who can be counted on, especially when things get difficult. People fall in love with your strength, your intelligence, your ability to stay grounded when everyone else feels lost. But every strength casts a shadow. Your brilliance is logic, but your shadow is fear of the irrational, fear of what cannot be measured, fear of emotions that appear unpredictable or overwhelming. Sometimes you may look down on people who act emotionally, judging them as fragile or chaotic. Your mask is competence and calm, but beneath it may hide uncertainty when facing tears, your own or someone else's. And in your pursuit of perfect order, you risk creating a world that is safe, but sterile, correct, but cold, predictable, but lacking warmth. Your path of growth is to learn to trust not only your mind, but also your heart. To understand that not everything can be categorized, calculated, or broken into steps. Some things must be felt. Your challenge is to allow yourself to be inefficient sometimes. To make a choice that isn't logical simply because your soul whispers yes. To resist the instinct to dissect your emotions, and instead, let yourself sit with them. Your analytical mind is an extraordinary tool. It will carry you far, help you overcome challenges, and achieve goals that require discipline and precision. But true wisdom comes when you allow a little creative chaos, a little human warmth, a little vulnerability to enter your perfectly ordered world. Real depth comes from learning not only to understand life, but to experience it. If your gaze settled on the gray owl, the owl of mist and mystery, then your essence is creativity, raw, restless, boundless creativity. You are someone who sees the world through a different lens than most people. Where others see a wall, you see a blank canvas waiting for colors. Where others follow the rules, you quietly invent new ones. Reality is not something you simply accept. It is something you reshape, rebuild, and reimagine. Your mind is a storm of ideas, sparks, visions, symbols, and possibilities. You notice what others overlook. You connect fragments no one else would ever think to combine. And you breathe life into ideas that feel impossible until you make them real. You're not afraid of being unusual. You're not afraid of being misunderstood. In truth, routine feels like a cage to you, a place where your spirit cannot breathe. You crave novelty, discovery, freedom, the thrill of stepping beyond the boundary that others never dare to cross. That is why you're often the person who finds the brilliant solution in a situation that seems hopeless. Your thoughts are not restricted by old habits or rigid systems. You innovate because you can't help but do so. In relationships, you are fire, unpredictable, inspiring, magnetic. With you, life never falls into monotony. You bring color, surprise, depth, and a refreshing breeze of change. You don't love just the person. You love the magical world the two of you can create together. People fall for you because you awaken something in them. A desire to break free from everyday limits. A desire to feel alive again. To open the door to wonder, imagination, and possibility. But your gift also has a shadow. Your strength is imagination. But your shadow is difficulty staying grounded in reality. Daily responsibilities, bills, commitments, routines, schedules, all of these can feel unbearably heavy, draining, or meaningless. You can generate ideas endlessly, but may struggle to finish them. You are full of beginnings, visions, and dreams, yet the discipline needed to carry them through can feel suffocating. Your curiosity is a blessing, but it can scatter your focus into 1,000 directions. You learn fast. You explore endlessly, but you may forget to anchor your knowledge in something solid. You may become the eternal dreamer whose greatest works never escape the sketchbook. Your path of growth is grounding, to understand that even the tallest tree needs roots to stand strong. Your goal isn't to suppress your imagination, but to give it structure, to turn ideas into creation, possibilities into achievements, inspiration into finished masterpieces. Bring creativity not only into grand visions, but also into your everyday life, your routines, your habits, your responsibilities. Make the ordinary beautiful, the repetitive meaningful. Your creativity is a force that can change the world, but it becomes truly powerful when balanced with discipline and follow-through. Your destiny is not only to dream, but to create. If the brown owl was the one that spoke to you, then your choice reveals a rare and beautiful truth. Your greatest gift is your emotional and intuitive intelligence. You experience the world not through thoughts first, but through feeling, deep, resonant, unmistakable feeling. You possess a sensitivity that allows you to tune instantly into the emotional climate of any room. You understand people before they even speak. You hear the meaning behind their pauses. You feel the weight of what they don't say out loud. Your intuition is your compass, subtle but incredibly precise. It guides your decisions in moments where logic fails, especially in situations clouded by uncertainty or complexity. You sense energy, intentions, and emotional undercurrents that others often miss completely. This makes you a natural healer, a confidant, a quiet anchor in the storm. People gravitate toward you because, with you, they feel seen, heard, accepted without judgment. You're the person they call in the middle of the night, to share grief, or joy, or fear, because they know you won't dismiss them. You won't criticize. You will understand. Your empathy creates deep, lasting bonds. You bring warmth into friendships, partnerships, families, workplaces, anywhere your presence touches. You create harmony simply by being yourself. But every deep heart carries a vulnerable edge. Your strength is compassion, but your shadow is losing yourself in the emotional gravity of others. You may absorb people's pain like a sponge, holding their burdens on your shoulders until they become too heavy to carry. You may give endlessly, forgetting to protect your own boundaries. You may prioritize others so completely that your own needs fade into the background. Your mask is kindness, but beneath it may live a quiet fear of being alone, a fear that if you stop giving, stop comforting, stop being the safe place, you might lose the connection you cherish. Your lesson, your path of growth, is learning to say no, not as an act of rejection, but as an act of self-respect. You must learn that protecting your own energy is not selfish. It's necessary. Only when you stand firmly on your own emotional foundation can you truly support others without breaking. Your emotional intelligence is a profound power. You bring peace in chaos, softness in pain, and presence in uncertainty. You transform the lives of others simply by listening with your whole heart. But your deepest strength blooms when you learn to give that same love to yourself. Real compassion begins with honoring your own limits. Real kindness starts with caring for your own well-being. Real connection grows when you show up not drained and exhausted, but whole. You don't just feel others, you feel the world. And the world needs people with a heart like yours. But only if you protect that heart too. And now, imagine yourself once again standing in the quiet of the twilight forest. The owl you chose is still there, watching you with a gaze that feels familiar now, a gaze that reflects something essential about who you are. But look again. The other two owls, they haven't vanished. They never left. They are still perched on the same ancient branch, silent, patient, present. Because the truth is simple and deeper than your choice alone. All three owls live inside you. Within you, the white owl, the mind, brings clarity, logic, structure, and the ability to see patterns where others see confusion. Within you, the gray owl, the imagination, brings creativity, innovation, inspiration, and a vision that stretches beyond the ordinary world. Within you, the brown owl, the heart, brings intuition, empathy, emotional depth, and the power to connect soul to soul. Your choice does not reveal the only force that defines you. It reveals the force that is speaking the loudest right now, the part of your inner world that is most active at this stage of your life. But true wisdom, true maturity, true self-understanding comes from harmony, not dominance. Not from being only one owl, but from becoming the forest that welcomes all three. A person who can think clearly like the white owl, yet still listen to the whisper of intuition like the brown owl. A person who can dream wildly like the gray owl, yet stay grounded enough to bring those dreams to life. A person who can feel deeply, but also protect their logic from being swallowed by emotion. A whole human being, complex, balanced, complete. This is your path, the path of integration, the path of learning when to rely on reason, when to trust your instincts, and when to let imagination paint new possibilities across the sky. As the forest slowly dissolves into fading twilight, the owls remain with you, not as external guides, but as the living voices of your own inner wisdom. Wherever you go next, you carry them with you. The mind, the imagination, the heart. Each one a guardian, each one a teacher, each one a part of who you truly are and who you are still becoming.